3 steps to lose 20 kilograms on a healthy way. So if you are someone who's suffering from losing weight, like being overweight for a long time, and you tried so many things to lose weight, then this video is for you. Because I was able to lose 20 kilograms in 10 months' time in a very healthy way. So I am not a person who is supporting like quick fix things, or very fast results, because those are most of the time unhealthy and exhausting the body. How I lost weight is I'm going to show you in 3 steps. So what was the first step? The first step was actually mentally getting ready, visualizing myself being slim. I was a very overweight, ugly little kid. So when I got into the age 14, 16, the fat melted off me naturally, so I was very happy. But when I got into my 20s, it started to piling up again. So I needed to have like a very disciplined regime, about exercising and focusing on like doing lots of exercise and eating less. And so it was always like on and off. One year I looked very skinny, other year I was overweight. So it was like this kind of effect. And I didn't like it. And then eventually when I graduated and I got into a job, sitting in the office, and then I started to have children. Of course, it was just piling and piling and piling and piling. Even though I was, try to eat healthy, eating more salads, or actually doing some jogging or doing some exercises at home, besides having, the family life, it still didn't work. The kilos were going up every year. And eventually I was 73 kilos. And then I looked in the mirror and I felt I'm fat. And that was actually also the year when I got married. So my wedding pictures, I am the fattest in my whole life. So it's a bit weird, right? So what happened is, for the first thing I was doing, actually, so I started to visualize myself to be skinny. When I remember the last time when I really felt comfortable in my body, like, oh, I was so skinny that time, and then I felt so good, it felt every clothes so good on me. And then when I went to a shop, it wasn't an embarrassing moment looking into the mirror with my new clothes on, and I was like, nothing fit, when you go into the fitting room and everything looks bad on you. So actually I visualize myself to be skinny. But on the other hand, I also, because I am over 40, I was like, might it never gonna happen? Might it never be how I gonna look? So I just visualize it as a dream, but I kind of let go it. And then I said, yeah, probably it's never gonna happen. But it feels so good just to see myself like that in my visions, And then I still tried, I was jogging to lose at least a couple of kilos, and then I was jogging and hustling, and then also trying to eat more healthy. Why I'm saying trying to eat more healthy? Because I was still getting a piece of chocolate every day. I still finished up the food of my kids, I still couldn't resist to have an ice cream in the summer hot day, So it was still a struggle, like what I should do, what I shouldn't, how. So anyway, with this visualization technique, I also used energy healing, because I'm a Reiki master. So I used Reiki energy on me to smooth my anxiety, smooth my stress, actually just to feel better in my body. And what happened is, due to the fact of my visualization and this energy healing, I started to change my senses. Like, I felt like I don't want to eat certain food anymore. And what happened is, I quit certain food. I quit dairy products, no cheese, no milk products. I replaced them with vegan cheese or coconut milk, and I started to enjoy those things. Those are very nice taste. And you can even have a vegan pizza, or anything vegan. I still eat meat. I'm just saying about the cheese part. And then the other thing was what happened to me also, I quit alcohol and white flour and processed sugar. But due to this, that I didn't want to eat this anymore because of I felt like I don't want to eat them anymore. It was like a big shift in my mindset. I had to like get rid of everything which contained these things. And if you know like the food production, you know, industry, then you know that nearly everything has like white flour or processed sugar, right? So then from that moment, I stopped finishing up the food of my kids. From that moment, I stopped eating out of their chocolates, you know. From that moment, I didn't get the ice cream from the ice cream place where they went to. So I actually stopped eating all of these things, which was like unhealthy calories all up my body piling up. So because of that, the results of that, the kilo started to melt. So that was the second thing, changing my diet, basically, changing my lifestyle, what I eat, you know, my eating habits. It was a huge thing. And if you ask any trainer out there, like, what is the secret of losing weight? They always say 80% is your diet and 20% is exercise. So it's a huge thing what you eat. And even I heard from friends who suffered like 40 years of overweight. And then they were like, oh, I can't lose weight. That's not for me. I can't lose weight. And then eventually they got very sick. They had a disease and the doctor told them, you can't eat this, you can't eat that, you can't eat that. So they stopped eating those things and the kilos melted off. So diet is second biggest secret. And then what happens? I started to walk more. I actually, at that time, I had no car. Guess what? I sold my car, so I had no car. So everywhere I went, I walked or I took public transport, which means I walked more. If something was within 20 minutes, 30 minutes walking distance, I walked. I didn't take the, you know, any vehicle, you know, I walked. That also helped me to melt even more the calories and make my body stronger, more muscly. And I also started to do, this is the third trip, the exercise, right? I also started to do 15 minutes exercise a day, only 15 minutes. Everybody has 15 minutes. Don't tell me you don't have 15 minutes. 15 minutes exercise a day. What was it? Sit-ups, jumping, some push-ups, some lifting my waist and some power steps, you know, and some lifting up my knees or twisting my body, these kind of things. Easy movements in my body, basically 15 minutes a day. And the kilos were melting off, like 3 kilos, 2-3 kilos a month. So can you imagine in like 10 months time, from February, March till like autumn, maybe it was October, November, I lost 20 kilos. I was a completely different person. My confidence was extremely high, you know, and then I had to change my whole closet, you know, the clothes. I had to replace them completely because I went from size L to size S. And everybody looked at me and said, you look like a 20 years old, you know. It's changed so much. And also in my career, of course, because if you're losing weight, you look better, they are more confident, right? To actually say anything or to present yourself because you feel so good about yourself. Also, I had issue with self-love because I couldn't love myself. I look at me and myself in the mirror and I've seen that fat person. I couldn't love myself as that person. I had all kinds of negative emotions around it, you know. And as soon as I lost those weights, I already started to love the person who I am because that was also in my vision, you know, which I visualized to be that person. So I was mind blown during those time because I couldn't believe also what just happened to my body and what just happened to me. But this is also can happen to you. Visualizing, energy healing, and also to clear the clutter, you know, with energy healing, you declutter yourself, you energetically putting yourself up to the vibration. Where is your visualization? You know, your visualization is meeting with your current reality. So your mindset, your subconscious mind is actually getting the, how can I say it, see your goals through your visions and actually helping you to achieve your goals through your senses in the reality physically, right? That's what happened to me. quitting those food which were not aligned with my vision, right? So this can happen to you. It's very powerful. It's very amazing. And I just feel so good since then. My whole life changed from this dropping 20 kilos in my life. And if you need any help with this, you know, any energetical upgrade, I'm also having programs, group coaching programs and one-on-ones. And my coming up group coaching program is actually coming up in November. The Elevate is called Elevate, an 8 weeks program. And you can find all the details on my website below. And I would love to see you there. Take care, everybody.